All right, let's dive into one of the most powerful books out there on self-improvement, James Clear's Atomic Habits. We're going to unpack the core system for making changes that, actually stick for good.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You get super motivated, you set this huge goal, you go all in for a week or two, and then poof, you're right back where you started, maybe even more frustrated than before. But what if the problem isn't you? What if it's the system you're using? So what's with this number, 37x? It sounds kind of crazy, but what if I told you that you could be 37 times better a year from now? That is the mathematical power of getting just 1% better each day. It doesn't just add up, it compounds. And that idea right there is the foundation for everything we're about to talk about.
Yeah, so this isn't about some massive overnight transformation. It's about something way more powerful. The tiny, almost invisible improvements you make every single day. It's what some people call the aggregation of marginal gains. Okay, this chart explains so much. It's why most of us give up. See, we expect our progress to be a straight line. We put in work, we see results, but that's not how it works. In reality, the most powerful outcomes are delayed. And that gap between what you expect and what you see is what Clear calls the valley of disappointment. It's that brutal phase where you feel like you're going nowhere. Getting through this is the whole game.
So how do you cross that valley? Well, it's not with one heroic, intense effort. It's not about that one perfect day at the gym or pulling an all-nighter. It's about just showing up. It's the small, consistent 1% actions that build the momentum you need to finally see that breakthrough.
But here's the thing. Just being consistent isn't quite enough. The real reason most habits fail isn't just a lack of effort, it's that we are focusing on completely the wrong thing from the very beginning. Clear breaks down any change into 3 layers. You've got the outer layer, outcomes, that's what you get, like losing weight or writing a book. Then you have the process, that's what you do, like your workout routine. But the deepest, most important layer is your identity. It's what you believe about yourself. And here's the mistake almost everyone makes. We try to change from the outside in.
And this shift in thinking is a total game changer. Instead of saying, I want to run a marathon, which is an outcome, you start by focusing on your identity. I am a runner. See the difference? When you believe you're a runner, going for a run isn't a chore anymore. It's just you being you.
Just think about it this way. Every time you do something, anything, you're casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. Go to the gym, that's a vote for I'm a healthy person. Read a page of a book, that's a vote for I am a reader. Your habits are literally shaping your identity in real time.
Okay, this next idea. It's a little controversial, but it is absolutely crucial. It's the idea that our obsession with goals, it's actually what's holding us back from making real progress.
Seriously, think about it. Winners and losers in any field, they usually have the exact same goals. Every Olympian wants the gold medal, so the goal itself can't be what makes the difference. Plus, goals are temporary. What happens after you achieve it? The motivation often just disappears. And worse, they make you put off happiness until you hit some future milestone.
So what's the alternative? Systems. It's simple. If a goal is your destination, your system is the vehicle that actually gets you there. It's the collection of daily habits, the process. It's the engine of your progress. And this might be the most important quote in the entire book. You can have the biggest, most inspiring goals imaginable, but when the going gets tough and motivation fades, you don't magically rise to the occasion. You will always fall back to the level of your underlying systems. So the secret isn't to focus on the prize. It's to fall in love with the process.
Okay, so we've covered the big picture philosophy. Now for the really practical stuff, the how-to. Clear gives us this incredibly simple, actionable framework for building good habits and, just as importantly, for breaking bad ones.
So first, you just need to know that every single habit, good or bad, follows this same 4-step pattern. There's a cue, which is the trigger. That leads to a craving, which is the motivation. That drives a response, which is the actual habit, and that delivers a reward, which makes your brain want to do it again. The 4 laws are all about hacking this loop.
And here it is. This is the whole playbook. To build a good habit, you make the cue obvious, the craving attractive, the response easy, and the reward satisfying. So, want to start running? Make it obvious. Put your running shoes right by your bed. Make it attractive. Only let yourself listen to your favorite podcast while you run. Make it easy. Start with just a 5-minute run. And make it satisfying. Track your runs on a calendar so you can see your streak. And to break a bad habit, you just do the opposite of all of that. You make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. Simple.
All right, now for the final kind of master level strategy. This is how you make applying those 4 laws almost effortless. It's all about stopping trying to force change and instead becoming the architect of your life.
We're so often told that change is all about discipline and willpower. But Clear's argument is that the most disciplined people aren't superhuman. They're just better at designing their environment so they don't even have to use willpower that often. Your environment is more powerful than your motivation.
And what this looks like is so simple, but it works like magic. You just make tiny changes to what you see and interact with every day. You want to read more? Don't leave your book on a shelf. Put it on your pillow. You want to eat healthier? Don't hide the apples in the fridge. Put a fruit bowl on the counter. You basically engineer your world to make the good habits the easiest and most obvious choice.
So as we wrap this up, let me just leave you with this one question. Don't think about a massive life overhaul. Just think about today. What is one tiny, 1%, super obvious and easy change you can make that casts a vote for the person you want to become? Because that small decision is where it all begins.